Now it's time to go.
of which I believe we do have some of our filmmakers in the theater right now. If you can, please stand up. We've got Connor here. Tommy, and Morgan Stanley. And last but not least, Sorry.
Japantown, man, it's really unexplainable. The people are here are so nice. Everyone just comes in and says hello, you know. Sometimes Gombe or like one of the sushi shops over here, they'll drop us some food, just show us some love, because we cut their hair too. Yeah, man, it's a great experience here at Japantown.
Japantown has always had like this family-friendly, warm, welcoming feeling every time we would just, even just shoppers, you know, going around the strip.
Very edge of the city of San Jose. So the Chinese were actually moved out of downtown where the Fairmont Hotel is, and they moved over towards this area, which was the very edge of town.
They erected a fence around Highlandville to protect them. That allowed the
I think it influenced a lot Japantown, because I'm Issei, right, like first generation, and most of them who live in this area is a third or fourth generation already. So like second gen.
As a pizza, it can be thought of, you know, if you fold it over, you can say, well, it's a taco.
My dad's been working here since before I was born, so I grew up on it.
I remember I made a lot of Armenian friends because we had something in common.
A friend of my dad's used to come here, and he was over to the house. He says, come around the corner and get you something different. So we came around here, and I bought Lama June's, and I've been doing it ever since. It's an institution. I hope it stays here forever.
Grandpa Abraham started a bakery. It was something he learned, apparently, from his time in the old country.
West Adams.
We lost a lot of businesses right across the street here. Everybody had so much respect and liked Leon so much that they looked out for the place.
It was crazy, you know, to see how they burned down a lot of these stores and then just to skip this one and just go right by, you know. It says a lot about Leon, you know.
Through the years, the neighborhood changed. And then after a couple of decades, it became more Hispanic, which is what it is like now.
Fuimos ahí, yo les dije el día del funeral que aquí están sus llaves, yo no sé qué van a hacer con la panadería, qué van a hacer. Y ya Chuck dijo, no, ese negocio es de ustedes. Mi hermano me dijo que cuando él muriera, ese negocio era para ustedes. Así ustedes mañana vayan y abran la puerta, pues es de ustedes el lugar. Y no, pues nos sorprendimos porque como no había papeles ni nada, entonces creímos que ya nos íbamos a quedar sin trabajo, pero la familia, muy buena familia, cumplieron lo que él les había dicho y aquí estamos hasta ahora. Leanne nos enseñó a hacer toda la comida.
Learning the recipes of our family. To have the bakery go away is difficult. When we heard the things that he taught them, and their hands know what his hands taught them. All of it?
At Sea Ranch, the sea was next to you, but there were no natural harbors. There was no way to use what the sea was, except to just enjoy the world's largest picture window in some ways. And that was always the cliff of the design questions. You know, why not leave it the way it is?
He was making a kibbutz, very fancy kibbutz.
He made sure that the architects that worked here understood the philosophy.
We wanted to make buildings that became part of the landscape rather than buildings that just sat on the landscape.
But it was very windy. It would just knock you over. The wind was so strong.
The contrast between the exterior and the interior that attracted me to it. And ultimately, for me, it led to coming to San Francisco in the summer of 1966 as an architecture student, just on that impulse that I think California is interesting because of the Sea Ranch.
The condominium has a large structure.
I started out thinking of a square to be economical because the cube has the least amount of surface area, so we're going to have less material. It's going to be a more economical approach. So they are very much a cube with a truncated or sliced off form to create a sloping roof. Well, in the redwood forest, I really felt that it would feel most appropriate if there was a vertical aspect or extension to that. The top of the walk-ins is skylit, which works just wonderfully because when you look out horizontally, you're looking at a telephone pole factory almost. It just trunks. When you look up, it's greenery, and you don't even get much sky in the redwood forest. But that's where all the beauty is.
As I started listening to music, I wanted to be just like my dad, but I never realized how powerful these sounds could be.
Where's everybody going? East
My name is Santino Vaca. I'm 14 years old. I currently attend Mid-Tech High School. I like to listen to music, collect the music, hang out with family, and fixing cars.
Developing an organic culture that embraced traditional forms of Mexican music, as well as the music created by black musicians. Music called rhythm and blues. Like Boyle Heights, the east side, and dozen other barrios in Los Angeles, Lincoln Heights was a destination for many of these young migrants. Lincoln Heights, Los Angeles, the original east side. This is the soul of Lincoln Heights.
I'm from Baca Senior. I born in Guadalajara. I grew up in Tijuana. I have 3 brothers. And I think I was like probably 12, 13 years old.
He would listen to Ramon Ayala. He'd play Chalino Sanchez in the 60 Apache. I mean, you name it, Donnie Albert, Shake, Rattle, and Roll. I mean, 50s, 60s. It was just a mixture of different music. You wake up in the morning and we'd get ready to go to the car show or the picnic or the cruise, whatever it may be. It was exciting.
That's what he has to do.
In 1974, Frank Sr. would find his way to Lincoln Heights. The move would bring him the happiest times of his life, but the move was bittersweet. Because of all the prosperity and happiness the City of Angels had to offer, she also had
with my carnales to have a beautiful life. From there I started feeling so sad because I couldn't have any more time to spend with my family, with my grandkids, to enjoy my caruchas the way I'm supposed to, because I work so hard to earn what I have.
And just those moments when you get to look out, like especially on Big Sur, you're sitting right on PCH, and you're looking out at the ocean, and it's just, for me, that's just serenity. Completely serene, and you feel good. And just those moments when you get to look out, like especially on Big Sur, you're sitting right on PCH, and you're looking out at the ocean, and it's just, for me, that's just serenity. Completely serene, and you feel good. And just those moments when you get to look out, like especially on Big Sur, you're sitting right on PCH, and you're looking out at the ocean.
For Q&A.
Four filmmakers here for the Q&A. I'm going to let them introduce themselves, say your name and the film that you're with.
Hi, I'm Alex Estrella. I'm the director and writer of Trial by Fire.
I'm Erin Fleming. I'm the producer of The Sea Ranch.
Raphael Dezian, producer of Lama Joe. I'm Kwong Lee, the director of Japantown, A Walk Through Memory.
I know that they have a lot of Airbnbs there that you can go visit. I think that a house there is extremely expensive, but the original kind of spirit of it was radical.
And what sparked the interest in the subject matter?
I live in the Bay Area now, and I lived in Japantown in San Jose for a couple of years, and just right next door to me was the museum. And so kind of just by going there and talking to people, I found out about the history of the neighborhood and the background. And so before I moved, I wanted to make a little tribute to the neighborhood, and that's how the documentary got started. Uncle Leon was a relative of mine, and so I knew of the story growing up. And when my director, Anahi, and I started chatting about it, she had always wanted to tell this story. And one thing led to another, and that was the result. It was really a fun project to be a part of. It really brought me closer to a side of my family who I didn't necessarily grow.
The San Francisco Museum of Modern Art, so thank you everyone for sitting through that educational experience. I really appreciate it. And made and feel very honored to be part of this selection of films that really represents the the cultural diversity of California and the diversity of experience and being able to show business owners and artists and incarcerated people. Like, I thought that was really cool, so thank you.
It was just, I had always kind of seen like inmate firefighters on like the news stations locally and stuff, especially during like the Thomas fire. So it was really just, I got lucky enough that I had a brilliant crew and they were able to get us access to the Ventura Conservation Camp, and so that's kind of where the project blossomed. And yeah, thank you guys for all coming out and checking it out and the other amazing films.
I have two, one for Trial by Fire and one for Longer Beach. For Trial by Fire.
And I've made other films. I had a feature in Newport Beach a couple years ago, so I'm an alumni. So it's fun to be back with a short. So my background is in film. I'm primarily a writer. I also work at the UCLA Film School. I have my MFA in producing from over there. I've been doing this a long time. But this was my first big film festival project, so it's been really fun. And again, thank you for Newport. This is awesome.
Like I said, not a filmmaker. I have a graduate degree in museum studies, and I'm a museum education and interpretation specialist and experimental arts programming. So this is just a way for me to bring those stories to more audiences.
I'm still currently enrolled at UCSB, and this was actually
So that's how it looks.